Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I think I'm going to do what I like to call a bits and pieces video. And pretty much I'm just going to take you out so that we can do our chores for the day. Today I've got planned to fill up these gas cans with gas. Remember those gas cans that I got at an awesome deal? I also have to fill up this little container of this cylinder of propane. It's the cylinder that I had attached to my grill. And that's last year, so we're going to fill that up. We're going to get ourselves some water, and we're also going to go to the coin shop, and we're going to get ourselves some silver, because I personally think, not a financial advisor, that silver is bottoming right now. It may go lower, but dollar cost averaging is best, and I've been saving up to get some more when the price is really low. And at $19 an ounce, you can't beat that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and show you these gas cans. They're very nice. Now, if you remember, these 4 gas cans here are the ones that I got or that my wife found on Marketplace. And I paid $12.50 for each of them. It was $50 for all of them. And I just took the nozzles off for the first time. And I did not know that these were that fancy. Look at these. These may actually work. All right, these may actually work. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some fuel stabilizer to it. Now, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. A long time ago, before we moved to this house, I had found these fuel stabilizer bottles at the PX, which is like the store, like a department store in the military bases. PX, Post Exchange. These were 50 cents a piece when I bought them. I forgot all about them, but this is pretty much good forever as long as it's sealed. And these were 50 cents a piece, and each of these will treat, let's see, will treat 8 times 5. Each of these will treat about 40 gallons of fuel. So that's a great deal. So what I'm going to do before I fill these up is I'm going to put an ounce of stabilizer in each of these. And here it says that it will make the fuel good for up to 3 years. All right, ladies and gentlemen. But as you all know, if you've been following me for a while, we go ahead and rotate this fuel every year. So this will be 2022 fuel. I like to get my fuel for storage when the winter starts, because that fuel has more additives on it. So I think, it makes me think that it will last longer. However, I rotate these out every year. I'm gonna go ahead and get fuel now. Why? Because I've got 4 empty gas cans here. And what are they made for? They're made for holding fuel. So that's what we're gonna do, is put them to work. So I'm gonna put this in it. And for those of you that have never seen me go to the water shack and get a load of water, we're gonna go ahead and get a load of water as well. I'll see what the roads look like when I'm driving to record a little bit, but I'm not sure how good they're going to look because it's so foggy outside. Look at this. This is not smoke. This is just fog and condensation in the air. Really, really foggy. So let's go ahead and get started. This is an unplanned stop, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Even though I already have my morning coffee, I think that we'll stop here and get ourselves an iced coffee. Yeah, we'll have an iced coffee today. It is kind of muggy outside. Let's see, the temperature outside says 61, but I'll tell you what, it is so muggy that I don't think it matters too much that we have a nice low temperature today instead of those dreadful 80s that we've been having for the last few days. So ladies and gentlemen, while we're here waiting for our coffee, I might have to do a special live stream today. I actually talked about this a little bit during the video that I put up on Tuesday. I don't even know when this video is going to be published, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm trying to guess. But the video that I put up on Tuesday, I talked about this a little bit, that one of our biggest dangers, in my opinion, is not really nuclear war, but that we lose our reserve currency status around the world, that the U.S. loses the reserve currency status, all right, around the world. That, in my opinion, is so much more dangerous than the possibility of us going to nuclear war, because I believe that that we won't go to nuclear war. I don't think that countries are willing to poison their own wells and the wells of those countries that they want to attack, because then what for? Unless it's to achieve the ultimate goal of the globalists, which is to bring the population down to whatever it is that they think it should be. But India, I believe, I just saw this on the Economic Ninja. Yeah, Economic Ninja. I just saw it on his channel, that India is moving away from doing transactions in dollars, that they're going to start doing transactions in their currency. Now, I think that's what it is. I have to do a little bit of research, but if it pans out that that's what it is, then I'm definitely going to have a live stream this afternoon. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be incredible. You have to understand that even though the value of the dollar, as it is stated on the Dixie, is going up, the value of the dollar is only against a few other currencies. But even though the value of the dollar today is like, let's say 8 points higher than it was, 8 percentage points higher, which is a lot than it was, let's say 6 months ago or so, has your food come down? Has the price of your food come down? Has the price of gasoline come down perspective to 6 months ago or so? Nothing's come down for us here in the United States, and it's not going to. And now when the value of the dollar starts crashing, then things are going to become even more expensive for us now than what it is now. It's huge news. Huge news is, it's what people should be talking about. It's what should be talked about on the mainstream media that they never talk about. They want you to think that everything is just fine. Absolutely nothing is wrong. Everything's just fine. Just pay your taxes, Mr. and Mrs. Citizen. Everything will be just fine. If we do have a nuclear war, just hide under your desk or go into your bathroom. Everything's going to be just fine. Just wait for us to tell you what to do. No, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take action and do what we need to do now. Not when they tell us to do it, because when they tell us to do it, guess what? It's over. It's too late. All right, enough yapping. I'm getting ready to go get my coffee now. All right, and we are off, ladies and gentlemen. Got me my iced coffee right there. They make a pretty strong coffee there, and I kind of like that. So let's go see. I think we'll go get our gasoline first, huh? We'll get our gas first, and then we'll get our propane, and then we'll get water. Last thing to get, we'll get water. And this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if you can see that or not. This is why I get my gas at Costco. Right there at this gas station, the Holiday gas station, which the prices are about the same no matter where you go in town. So no matter where you go in town, the prices are pretty much about the same. They're within a few cents off. But at Costco, it's usually a lot cheaper than your regular gas stations around town. And I just realized that I'm going to have to get my propane probably tomorrow. Why? Because I pulled into the gas station and their pump is broken. Their propane pump is broken. So and I'm not going to stop there after I get water. So we're going to go get our gasoline, and then after we get our gasoline, we'll go to the coin shop, and then after we're done with the coin shop, we'll go get a load of water and bring it back home. Oh, look at that. That there says it's 70 degrees outside. It feels more like 70 than it does 61, like my gauge says. But right now it's at 63 right now. I'm not sure you can see that, but I think that is off. That thermometer is off. And this is the back way to go to Costco's right here. And this is pretty much where I do most of my business, ladies and gentlemen. Here on the right hand side, although I don't really go to Walmart very often at all, but they got Sportsman's Warehouse on that other side over there. You can't see it. This here is Fred Meyer's, right? And then we have Lowe's over here. So we've got Lowe's, and then we've got Sportsman's Warehouse next to Lowe's on this same strip. And then after about 2 more turnabouts or so, then we can hit Costco's. And it's going to be going into Costco from the backside where they have their gas pumps. And I know that those of you that are new to the channel who have never been on a driving video with me before are probably going like, man, shouldn't you fix your windshield? Well, this is an Alaska windshield, ladies and gentlemen. If you live in Alaska, this is a prerequisite. All right, so if you're planning on moving to you better make sure that you crack your windshield before you get here, or else you're not going to be welcomed, okay? I'm just kidding. I actually was my windshields here pretty soon, because these cracks are kind of getting out of control, and I want to make sure that that I can actually get a windshield replacement, that they have it, and that I can actually get one at a decent price. So I might give them a call and see what they have in stock. Not too bad. I think the name of the place that I go to around here is Safe Light. I think it's called Safe Light. And the last time that I had a windshield replaced where I paid cash for it, it was for my wife's truck, the Avalanche, and it was only like $300. And I was like, wow. I was telling myself, wow, that's actually a pretty good price. So if it's around $200 or $300 to get this one replaced, I probably will get it replaced before this winter comes. And here is the Costco gas station there. We just have to hit this little turnaround here, or turnabout, whatever it is that these things are called. Turnarounds, turnabouts. And there's KFC over there. When we first moved, I haven't told this story in a really long time. When we first moved here, little Miss Alaska Prepper was only, what, I don't know, about 7 years old or so, 8 years old. And we were still getting to know this area. So we were driving one day, and Costco wasn't even here at that time. We were driving, and she said, "Oh my goodness, thank God," because we were driving in this area. And I'm like, "Thank God for what?" And she said, "Thank God they have a KFC here." And here we go. Let's go ahead and pull in, and let's see what the price of gas is here. Like I told you, it was $5.55 at the gas station there, at the Holiday gas station. Let's see what it is here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you saw that, how much cheaper the gasoline is here compared to out in town. And I'll tell you what, I did not film putting gas in the truck or in the cans because there was a very nice worker there who was just chit-chatting with me the whole time. But let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, those gas cans that I showed you, oh my goodness, what a pain in the butt they were to fill. I mean, you could not make a mess with those because of that filter that they have inside of them, that white filter. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take those filters out, because I had to fill them up at such a slow rate that it probably took me about 10 minutes to fill up 4 or 5 gallon cans. So, all right, enough with me complaining. Let's go ahead and head over to the coin shop. Let's see, the gasoline in that one there, this is I think it's a Speedy Express or something like that, is $5.49. $5.49. So you see what a big difference it is? I think that getting a Costco membership is worth it, even if you only use it for gas and that's it. At least here where I live, I think it's worth it. Like, for example, Mrs. Alaska Prepper and I, we gave Cord and Brenna, we gave them a Costco membership just so that they can get gas, because we knew that it was worth it for them just to get the gas there because it's so much cheaper. Now, they still use it to go inside and everything like that, which is great. But yeah, I definitely think it's worth it. Now, this here, ladies and gentlemen, I would say is considered downtown Fairbanks. Right now, we are on what's called Illinois Street, and this is where a lot of your big banks are, or the bigger banks around here. And we also have a credit union not too far from here as well. And then off of here, we'll go ahead and turn on to 2nd, which is the street that the coin shop is on. So I believe it's going to be the street after this one right here. Yeah, this is 1st Avenue right here. And then, so we'll make a left-hand turn on our very next street, and then we'll see. Hopefully we can find some parking, because usually parking is terrible in this area because the buildings are so close together. But it's only about 9:30 in the morning or so. So hopefully there will be parking available. It's always a struggle with parking down here. That's why I am glad that I do not live in the city. And there's Cushman Street right there. So if you ever come to Fairbanks and you want to go to the coin shop, you just make a right-hand turn on Cushman and 2nd Avenue. We're going to park right here. I can tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, as we walk in, that Jerry is going to be hard at work and Dick is probably going to be playing in his computer. Let's see. Jerry, why are you not hard at work? You're making me look bad over here.
I've been hard at work. I got here at 5:30 in the morning, so does that count for something?
Really? Wow, inventory time?
No, just behind from yesterday. Yesterday
Oh.
I was super busy.
Really? Well, guess what? Why do you think I'm here?
I don't know.
Because silver's been getting hammered. That's why I'm here, Jerry. You know that. Now, Jerry, what 99% of the times when I come here, what do I buy?
Silver.
Silver. That's right. And guess what? Look at this guy. This guy finally woke up.
I thought it was bananas.
Bananas. If you had a silver banana, I might consider it. So today we're going to get some silver. I think I'm going to get me at least a good 10-ounce bar. Do you still have those nice... Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get me this 10-ounce bar right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but isn't that pretty?
This one?
Yep. What is silver today, Jerry?
Well, our computers are down and our phone is down.
Well, the last I heard, silver spot was like 15.
That would be incorrect.
No, okay, okay. Oh, but your
that
computer.
was a good try, Rudy. It actually dipped below 19. I saw this morning it got down to 18.99. That's the lowest I've seen it. Currently at 19.
Oh, had I gotten here a couple of minutes earlier, I could have saved 10 cents an ounce. I think we're going to go with 1909 though.
For 500 ounces or more, we've been selling it at 350 over, so it's about $1.
I'm going to be paying 450 over spot today because I'm not buying 500 ounces or more. But you know what though, Jerry, that's actually, in my opinion, not bad at all.
Compared to what I see online, we should be cheaper than anything I've seen out there.
Because I remember people telling me when silver went down to, what was it, like $12?
Right.
And they were like, yeah, but the premium is like $9 or something like that. And I'm like, that's not how you look at it. You're buying an ounce of silver for 21 bucks. That's a great deal. Premium is not bad at 350 or 450, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think that'll change. I still think it's going to come down off that, but for 2 years I've been wrong in that prediction, so you might be right.
I think that premiums are going to come down. And then a few months after they come down, I think they're going to shoot up and the price of silver is going to shoot up because people are going to want it and the price is going to be more and it's not going to be available. But that's my opinion. That's just my opinion.
I agree with you. I think what's happening on the markets right now are an overreaction. All the commodities are going down.
Well, have you seen the dollar?
But it's
the Dixie?
Sky high.
It's sky high. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But wait till that dollar starts going down. It's going to eventually.
I think there's an absurdity when you think about how much our government has spent and the debt that we're in, and our dollar is so high compared to
I actually talked about this on a video I put out not too long ago, that the reason is because our dollar is measured against just a few currencies. There's 195 countries in the world. And our dollar is only measured against, what, like 4 other or 5 other currencies, something like that. That's why. But obviously the average American knows that that's all a hoax, because even though the dollar is high, are you still paying more for gas, for groceries, for rent, for energy?
That is right.
It's all going up. So it's just a mirage, in my opinion. All right, let's get to business, Jerry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, while Jerry tries to get his computer to work, Jerry, don't take too long, okay? Because the longer you take, the higher that price might go. Who knows?
We're going to go to another computer for you.
But look at the bar that I'm getting, ladies and gentlemen, close up. Isn't that pretty? And, Jerry, I'm going to buy one of these. So you're going to have to hold it for... Can you hold it for me for a few days? And if I come and buy it?
Yes, sir.
Guaranteed, I'm coming to buy one of these two. I've been saving up for a full 1 ounce, and I don't know which one to get. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 2022 American Gold Eagle. And I just think that this is the prettiest coin that there is out there. And look at the back. The back obviously has the new design. And although I don't know, I kind of like this new design a lot, but I really, really like the old one. But take a look at this buffalo. This thing is beautiful. This is also a 2022, if you can see that. And I know, let's go ahead and get it out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. You can't eat gold or you can't eat silver. Yes, you're 100% right. But look at how pretty that is. And I think that gold still has a little bit left to fall. It's kind of a gamble on my part because I am going to come and pick one of these up. Right? If you ask me during our next live stream which one I picked up, I'll show it to you. Because I'm going to pick it up before our next live stream. I have to talk with Mrs. Alaska Prepper first.
Oh, that's right.
All right, Jerry. Ladies and gentlemen, our time is up. Jerry is busy, so I better leave. And I will be back, Jerry, in a couple of days to get that coin.
We'll be here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go get some water and head home. And remember, I'm definitely coming back to get one of those 2 coins. I just have to check with the missus, all right, and see which one she likes. So I took pictures of the front and the back of both of them and see which one she likes, and then I'll come back. And remember, on Friday, go ahead and let me know which one you think I got. I'm gonna get one of those 2 for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the water shack, and as you can see, I've got a hose connected to my tank that leads to this nozzle here, I guess you can call it, or ball valve, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this from here. Now I only have one hand and I don't have a tripod, so I'm not going to be able to show me connecting it. Now one thing that I always make sure to do is I open this right here to make sure that it's on the open position, and I also make sure that this is on the open position. That way when I put the money in, the water starts going in right away. And it takes me $6.75 to get the tank all the way to the top, minus about an inch. And as soon as I put the quarter in, you'll hear the water start going in. Now you probably can't tell, ladies and gentlemen, but it is starting to clear up a little bit. It's not as bad as it was early this morning, but we're supposed to be getting rain tomorrow all day pretty much. So today we have to take advantage of the day and work in the backyard as much as we can. I actually have some help coming over to help me pick up, get rid of a lot of garbage and scrap wood and stuff like that I have, and hopefully we'll be able to finish that greenhouse. I always forget the name of that greenhouse. Finish that greenhouse up. And this is almost full. As you can see, that filled it up almost all the way up to the top, but not enough that it will overflow. Now all we do here is just do the opposite. I go ahead and close this up, make sure it's closed. I always make sure that I close this before I take it off. The reason I do that is not because I'm going to get wet or anything like that. There's always a little bit of water left in there, but I do that as a common courtesy thing to do. Because if you leave this open by mistake and the next person that comes in, if they don't check this and put money in, water is going to come out right away at very high pressure. And this is pretty much the only pump that I can use because it has the connection that I just showed you. It's got a male connection that fits on a female, and that's what allows me to hook it up right to the hose and hook up the hose to the tank, so I don't actually have to get inside of the cab or the bed of my truck to put water in it. It lets me do it all from out here. But I saw a couple of teenagers out here knowing that I was going to come in here next because I was waiting on them. And when I hooked everything up, I noticed that they left it open, and they were waiting by the side of the road there in their vehicle. They were waiting, looking at me. So I don't know it for a fact, but I have a feeling that they left it open on purpose to see if I'd fall for it. But not this guy. Haven't fallen for it once. That's why I have the routine that I have. All right, let's head on home and put the water in the tank, and then we'll call it good for the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am home, and this is how I pump my water into my house. I actually don't even pump it. It's all done by gravity. I have an umbilical cord here, just like the hose that's hooked up to my tank, that is hooked up to my tanks under my home. All I do is just hook it up, open it, and you can hear the water going in there. Now, while we're here, let me show those of you that maybe have not seen my deck system. This is called a deck system right here, and it's on the bed of my truck. And of course you can see it's strong enough to hold up to 2,000 pounds, which is about 100 pounds more than what this little setup here weighs. So roughly 200 gallons of water, you're looking at about 1,700 pounds or so, roughly, something like that. And then of course the weight of everything else back there. So it's just under 2,000 pounds, which is what this holds. And then as you can see, it's got 2 long drawers. Let me show you what these drawers look like. Now when these drawers are closed like this, you can see water dripping down, a little bit of water spillage that came from the tank as I was driving. They are waterproof. So I'm going to open one up real quick for you so you can see what it looks like. But this drawer here, it'll hold up to 200 pounds. You can see it goes all the way back there. It's pretty deep. So I have some of my things here, but it's pretty nice. Locks up pretty good. You just got to make sure that you slam it in there pretty good. But pretty neat little system. I'm really glad that I got it. And all I do now, ladies and gentlemen, is I just wait for this tank to empty out, and then I disconnect it and put the umbilical cord back in my truck, and then the other one back in its place. And that's it. And what I normally do is I already know that the tank under my house can hold 200 gallons, so I don't have a problem with just letting it go until this is completely empty. But normally I would go down there and double check to make sure that it will hold 200 gallons, because we don't want it to overflow down there or just make a big old mess. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have a great day. Thanks a lot for hanging around with me today. I know that there was absolutely no prepping involved in this video. Well, I guess with the exception of getting a little bit of silver and getting the gas cans filled up. So now I'm going to put that stuff away, and I'm going to go into the bunker and set up for a live stream. So we will see you then. Other than that, have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for spending a little bit of your time with me today. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out. God bless.